Good evening there. My name is Jared Mwanduka, and today I want to take you through our point of sale. It is called Toppos point of sale. Actually, it's not that it's a new system, but it's an upgrade. Earlier on, we were using a system that is hosted locally, but now we have this upgrade which is on cloud. So I want you to take a look at it, be able to also see how it is helping your business achieve your objectives. It is one of the best solutions you can ever have in your business. Let's get started. By clicking on Get Started, this button will take you to an interface where you can log in. As you can see, it's already running in the cloud. So, but the data is just the dummy data. So I'll enter my details of login credentials as super admin. I would say that so that we are able to explore use of the system. So in this case, it will take you to the login page. After the login page, you get to log in, put in the right email address and also the password, and then it will take you to your dashboard. Now, if you look at this is a dashboard. The way we have structured it, so that you can be able to even have a glance of what is happening in the system. So, of course, the date is displaying on top. This is the current date and time. We also have the name of the system. We have now some menus here where you can be able to say, I have 3 stores at a glance. I have 2 users, I have 2 customers, I have 8 products, I have 1 supplier already registered, I have 6 products categories. And then the sales I've been able to generate this far is 27.1K sales or rather shillings. We also have the annual income, which of course is different from the sales. Then we have graphical presentation of the customer suppliers products in a pie chart. You can be able to see it there. Then monthly sales. Every time you sell, you'll be able to monitor your sales. So you can be able to see which month you sold the highest from January to December of the year you're selling. Then if you made any sale in a day, you'll be able to see your sales there. And we're going to sell one so that we can be able to see how we are able to monitor my daily sales. So this graph, because I haven't sold anything today, that's the reason why it looks like it's blank. But once we submit something, we sell something from the cashier's point, you're able to see it change. Let's get started. Now, that's the admin dashboard. When in the admin, you can be able to switch to also a sales platform or other interface where you can be able to dispense items. The sales interface is here. Yeah. Now this is a cashier dashboard, and you can be able to see it here. The cashiers, when they log in, they are directly led to this particular interface. They do not interact with the other parts of the system because their role is basically to be able to sell, create quotations, even monitor some older receipts, do item returns if there are any, also commit or rather sell from a quote that they have generated, and also manage customers. You can be able to create new customers. So, for example, if you want to sell today, I'll go to create new sale, and just like in supermarket where you are able to just add into your cart, you do that. So in this case, this user, I do not know what the role they have been given because they are not able to see any product. One of the things we monitor will be able to see is that you are given permission to be able to see products from the different stores. So cashiers from a specific store cannot be able to see products from other stores. That is how it is, so that you do not sell items which do not belong to your store. So in this case, I will need to add the admin into the list of. I will just need to check the permissions which have been granted to the admin. So the first thing is products. Products here, you manage the products. You are able to put the details of a product. For example, I think we have a number of products here. It's a hardware shop, but either way, you can sell anywhere you doing that. In, even another store, chemistry, pharmacy, whatever it is you're selling or dispensing items. So in this case, you can be able to add new product from here, and you can be able to add it. So in this case, you need to add the code or rather the barcode, product name, description, the category, because the categories are already defined. We also have suppliers which are already defined, but you can add them from the other side of it. Then the store from which you're selling or rather you're entering the item for, and then all the way to reorder level, date of manufacture, and you save. Once you save, that product will be added into the product. So we're going to manage the product management as the categories and the product tracking. So you can be able to see from the date when this item was registered into the system, it has been moving from point A to B, basically. For example, if you can be able to track, let's say what, Let's say what? I want to track what? Let's say there's one large trap. You can be able to see the details of this particular item. So for example, if you do tracking, you will be able to say it has an ID of 7, remaining stock is 894 right now. Total quantity sold so far is 6. Total quantity restocked 900, the latest stock. Then you can under the sales, you can see the sale ID was 1 and then quantity sold was 1. 4 unit price 1200 and then we have a total price of 11. The same, we had another one which sold 2 items. Unit price is 1200, total price is 1170. Right, restocked. We restocked 900, the last restock, which has the date as well as the 25th of February 2004 at around 9:49, 40 seconds. All right, so that is the products whereby you can be able to do the categorization. Then from there, that is the product management. We have the supplier management. You just manage the suppliers whereby you can be able to register their details because these are the people you interact with every day. So you need to capture their suppliers in place and their details are here. You can be able to view them one by one. So basically, once you put them in place, they will be appearing when you're registering a new product. So we also have invoice management whereby you now manage the invoices which come in, or rather after the sales we have the invoices that you generate from the same. So these are the invoices from the sales. So in this case now, if I go generate an invoice, you can be able to see the invoice as the invoice number, sale date, customer name, payment mode, reference, and also the amount. For example, if I pull this, which one, two, four, this one, I can be able to download a PDF, I think an A4 size report of the same. So I will download a PDF report of that and then we open it. For example, if I open this, you'll be able to see once it is downloaded, I can open it here and you can see the details of the company and these are dummy data. It's not a lot of correct information, just for the purposes. And then we have invoice details, the customer to whom it was sold to. Then we have the breakdown of the 4,007 shillings. So they all go to this particular item where we did the roofing nail one and the fitting pipe one, square brackets two, and then we have faucet metro. And then the unit price, and then the total. So total we are getting a sum of 4,007. Then we have a disclaimer there which has been put. Thank you for your business. Then the time and the date this receipt was printed, and then we have also the footer of the company details there. That's beautiful. So that is the invoice generation interface. And we can be able to also format this format of HGK or something. It's just something we have already pre-formatted from the invoice format. If you have a look at the invoice formats, you'll be able to see it's already predefined within the invoice formats category, rather subsection. So here you'll be able to see that format already predefined. This is where we have. So if I change this maybe to something else, maybe your invoices do not look like that. We'll be having something like let me do. I want my invoices to be INV dash ujenzi uje, something like a card. I can now save because my company is called Ujenzi Hardwares. So I can pre-format that. So if I go to invoices, they will be different. Invoices will be now having that. You see now it has changed. It appends that prefixed and then we have the number, or rather the number. Technically this is invoice number 1, number 2, number 3. So you append them like that going down. Then we have quotations. Quotations are very important when you're preparing something for the client to see that they haven't committed anything. So when you do quotation, it doesn't affect the sales. It doesn't affect even the quantities that are included in that quotation. So in this case, I'll go to quotations, and you can be able to see that the quotations are just very straightforward. If and they are created by the cashier actually because people interact. So these are the ones which have been created by the cashier, and with the time they'll be confirmed. Until they are confirmed, they still remain pending because if a client changes anything within the quotation, you come and read it and then you confirm. That means you transform that quotation into a sale and it becomes a sale, it reflects the amount and also it affects the quantities of the goods that you've already sold in that case. Then we have the quotation items. Of course, they're coming from the quotation that you create, because if I say quotation is it is bearing 10 items, then it should be down here. You should be able to see them. Then we have the quotation terms where you define the terms of quotation so that they appear in the reports that you generate for quotations. Then we have another module here called customer management. Now, customer management is very important because we need to work with the customers to ensure that their data is well kept. In the sense that if I'm selling something to a client who is a frequent visitor, I don't need to feed that information every time I am creating anything for them, either quotation or I'm making a sale to them. So in this case, you are able to create now the customer database, and then it also becomes very easy to communicate with them in case of anything new product in the market, new change of price, and all that. You are able to communicate uh, with them as much as it also facilitates you to be able to sell very quickly without having to re-enter the customer details every now and then. We also have the sales management. I think this is now where the sales come in when the customer that the cashiers dispense the items. We'll have all the details of the sales, whereby the customer name, amount, mode of payment, reference, sale date, served by, and also the actions to be able to edit or delete. Very important kind of section there. We also have sales items. Of course, every sale has an items which have been appended to that. It's like a receipt, which of course has items within it. And I think we've seen that already when we were doing the quotation part. Then we have the reports management. Like if I pull the reports, we have the sales report. Now, sales report is a summary of them of every sale that you've made, and you can be able to see them. Then we have the total sales here, the total of the sales there. Then we also have the net sales. We have income statement. If I click on income statement, you'll be able to see them here. The income statement is able to generate for you revenue, operating expenses, and operating expenses, net income before taxes, and also income taxes. Then we have the net income down there, and you can be able to generate a report for this. If I click on that, then I should be able to get a report, which now gives me details of that particular instance. So if I open it, you're able to see a very beautiful report coming in the income statement, net sales all the way to net income. So that is how it is generated very quickly, and it also has this time it was generated and also the letterhead of the company. So also in the report we have the cash flow income, cash flow statement, which you can generate from there. We also have profit report. Profit report is like a summary of what we have already seen with the income statement. It's basically a summary of the same, and you are able to see all these. So this one is how it looks. You can be able to see it over there. It gives you the total revenue, the cost of goods, the total discount, and also the net profit with that. So we have stocks management. Now, stock management is to be able to manage stock, the way it comes in and also the way it goes out. Now, if we sell, we dispense items and stock reduces. If we return items, stock might increase, and also alternatively, it might decrease based on if the client returns goods, what are the, the agreements you made with them, so that if they return goods worth 5,000, they ensure that they buy goods worth 5,000. So you do not return money; you just exchange goods for goods for the goods that they are returned. So in this case, you can do stocks management. Stocks management ensures that you can be able to receive new stock. For example, if I do create new, you are able to see that the first thing would be you are able to choose the supply where you're getting goods from, and then we have something like a 1 inch size nail. Then this one, once clicked, it will be able to you put the unit cost. Let's say we're selling one at 1,200, and then the quantity here there are 45 of them. So if you add it, it appears, and you can add as many as you're receiving from the supplier invoice. So once you add them, you save. So that item has already been registered in the system, and you're able to just continue feeding the data. So that is very instrumental in the sense that we also have to have it in place. So this is how you're going to do the collection or rather restocking of your goods within the system. Then within the stock, we also monitor the stock levels. You can be able to see the stock levels. Now, stock levels ensures that you are able to monitor every item, the way the balance is and all that. So in this case, for example, if we do check the 2-inch roofing nail, the balance is here. So for every item, you'll be able to see this. And when they go lower, you are notified. When the threshold or rather the restock threshold is already hit, you are able to, it's able to notify you. And that's the beauty of this system, to notify you of the products which are almost coming to are low in stock, and you are able to replenish them accordingly. So then we also have within the, the stocks, we also have supply invoices. Now, supply invoices are the basically, I have an issue with that. I think I'll come back there later. Then the stores are already stored here, or rather, you saw the details of you create a new store and you append the products when you're registering. You append the products within the store. So in case you are entering a new product, you will need to change it accordingly to the store to which it belongs. So in this case, I have like 3 stores, and you can add as many as your products, or rather you have. So the other thing is payments management. Of course, payments you manage the payments, any payment that you're making from the system, from the company. We also manage payment modes, whether cash, M-Pesa, or rather bank. Payment modes are very important because it is defined already when the customer is paying. Then we also have the payment information, which will be able to appear in there within our maybe the reports that you're generating, like invoices. You might need to display your KRA pin, you might need to display your account number, bank, and then instructions. Good once paid cannot be returned, something like that. So this will appear in the receipts for the customer, and also it will be appearing in any report that you append that particular payment information. Then we have finance management, where now here we're talking about expenses, expense categories, income categories, and also incomes. So in this case, apart from just the normal income that is generated from the sale of goods, we also have other sources of income. If you have them, you define them, and also the expenses, so that when you're consolidating the financial statements, all these will be factored in as part of what the company deals with. Then the other bit is users and control, whereby you manage the users, because users are key, and with their roles already defined the system, you need to also work around how you're going to define them within the system, so that information is only filtered to specific users in a particular way or other format. So it's very important we also have that in place. So under the users and control, we have users, permissions, and roles. Then we also have communication. Communications is a module where you can be able to send bulk SMS to your customers and even employees. So in this case, if you want to communicate to your customers database, you can be able to write a new message there. So for communication, we have the bulk SMS communication, also even email. Email is already there. So you can be able to create a new communication whereby you say, I am targeting my customers. So in this case, it will be able to just type a simple message and then save. Saving it like sending all the communication to those numbers, whether phone numbers or even the email addresses for customers. Then we also have settings whereby you define the profile, bulk SMS accounts if they are already there. Then we have taxes, if any, then company profile. Then the other bit is being able to handle the system audit trails. Like the audit trail is very important. You should be able to monitor the system, what is happening to the system, who are doing what in the system. So in this case, for example, I have created like 174 automatically logged within the system. So for example, if I say go to the update, what was changed in this? It will be able to give you the event, whether it was create, update, delete event, the user who took part in doing that, the date that was modified, the URL, universal resource locator, or rather the link. We also have the device. So if I click on this updated one, and then I can be able to view more details of the same. So we see what was changed from what. So in this case, we have the event was updated by Landsoft support. Then we have the date and time of the update. We have the URL or the link. We have the IP that was used to access the system. We have the browser that was used to access the system. So here we are breaking down. It was changed from this, and we were changing with you. We just changed with you to this. So we changed the format of the the payment. Actually, it is saying invoice format from this one to this one. So you can be able to see anything you do within the system is already tracked. So if you have any issue, you'll be able to go back to the audit trail and be able to trace what happened at any given time. Then within also the system audit, we have the logged in users. So here you can be able to monitor who is logged in at what time. So in this case, I'm the only one logged in this system, and you can be able to see the time I have, the duration from the last refresh. It's 48 seconds. So you can be able to see. If I refresh again, it will be able to just refresh the same. So let me try to log in from my device here. We see if that will change. All right, I'm logged in as the same user, so it might not change because let me see if it is changing. Yes, you can see we are two accounts which are logged in, but this is a different device. So you can be able to see. So I'm going to check if I can be able to log in as a different user. Every user that is actively logged in, you're able to see them within the system. So that is the overview of the system, and if you like it, you love it, please like and subscribe to our channel for more updates. We are here to be able to give you what you want. Every system that you need, we are able to deliver unto you. Thank you so much for your time, and may God bless you.